Welcome to Battle Peak. Today we'll be taking a look at the first set from the Exo-Force theme, the Stealth Hunter.
We're your hosts. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Jesse. Today we'll begin delving into the world of Exo-Force by going over each set and discussing what makes it a crucial part of LEGO history. I grew up with many of these sets, and naturally, it's my favorite theme. Exo-Force is an original LEGO IP that features unique characters and concepts, with companion comics which expand on the world and story.
Comic tie-ins and named characters have been with LEGO since the late 80s, but it was Bionicle's wild success that really made it stick.
While Exo-Force wasn't as long-lived as Bionicle, only receiving 3 waves, we can still see its influence in the wildly popular Ninjago theme. Both themes have 4 main characters with a wise sensei and mechs in an Asian-inspired setting.
Exo-Force is an important step on the path from Bionicle to Ninjago.
In many ways, Exo-Force walked so that Ninjago could run. It may have been just a little ahead of its time, but I and many others remember it fondly. The Stealth Hunter is piloted by Hikaru. A lightly armed and armored craft, the Stealth Hunter has cloaking systems to enable support and recon missions.
Hikaru's Stealth Hunter isn't unique. The air unit fields at least 6, and after Hikaru upgrades to the Silent Strike, his machine is used by other pilots. Of the 4 $15 sets, this one has the fewest pieces.
Hikaru is the only member of the crew not to appear in at least 3 sets this wave.
Except for the polybags.
The only other main set is Sentai Fortress, so this is definitely the easier and cheaper of the 2 options. Hikaru's flight suit mirrors the colors of his battle machine. It also shares the same Air Force and AO1 markings as well.
His faceprint is our first introduction to the anime style of Exo-Force. Hikaru is either stoic or letting out a ferocious battle cry, wearing orange goggles on both sides.
Rather odd choice to have goggles on the minifigure, given that he doesn't have goggles in any of the supplemental media.
Part 53981 is made of rubber, and only ever appears in 2 colors, medium blue or black.
LEGO often tests new pieces in red during the development process. A few of these prototypes made it out into the wild. These Galador joints allow for many dynamic battle and flight poses. The sword, Part 47459, originally appeared as Danju's sword in the Knight's Kingdom 2 theme in flat dark gold. This is its second and final appearance, and I think it is a great usage of the part.
We also see the penultimate outing for Part 41672. This part comes from the Bionicle theme, being originally used to make up the Borok's bodies. Here, it makes a really cool rifle design.
We'll see a lot of overlap here, as many of the molds from the Knight's Kingdom and Bionicle themes get reused. I also like the cockpit design here, save for the downward pointing guns. Mounting them differently makes them a lot more useful.
While the cockpit sometimes comes off during play, even worse is the left shoulder assembly. Aiming the rifle almost always causes the fiber optic cable to pull the shoulder right off.
Yeah, that happened a lot when I was a kid. Exo-Force is the paragon of what stickers can do for a LEGO theme.
The stickers drive home the anime influence, another core aspect of the theme.
I love the blue accents throughout the model, and the striping on the wings are the highlight of this set. In fact, all of the blue detailing comes from the stickers.
The radioactive symbol implies that the Stealth Hunter contains a nuclear reactor. Perhaps the light bricks are more dangerous than Sensei lets on.
The sword has danger-sharp edges, and the feet have danger exhaust, making for some convincing hazard detailing. Details like this make the world of Exo-Force seem more lived in.
Adorning the wings, we see the unit designation AO1. These are found on every human battle machine.
There are 3 designations in the first wave. The Stealth Hunter is the first machine of the air unit, hence AO1.
To the right of this symbol, we see 4 kanji, read as Hikobutai. These make up more than half of the 7 kanji on this model. I will go over each of them in turn. However, I'm certainly not a native Japanese speaker, so if you catch any mistakes, be sure to let me know in the comments.
The sticker sheet translates Hikobutai as flying unit. The first part, Hiko, means flight or aviation. The second kanji, read here as ko, may be more familiar if you know a little Japanese as iku, meaning to go.
The second half of the word, butai, is shared with the L and AT series, meaning force, unit, or corps. Butai carries a connotation of small elite force that tai on its own does not. Compare the Japanese word for special forces, tokushubutai, with jietai, the name of the Japanese self-defense forces.
The only standalone kanji on this model, Hikari, is translated on the sticker sheet as light, but can also mean ray. At first glance, this simply refers to the light brick, but the verb form of this kanji is read as Hikaru, the name of our pilot.
Hikaru has a long history in Japanese protagonist names, dating back to the world's first novel, The Tale of Genji, where Genji is referred to as Hikaru no Genji, the Shining Genji.
The final two kanji on the model are the most visible, adorning the stealth hunter's left shin.
Read as Ryu Tsubasa, meaning dragon wing. Both Ryu and Tsubasa are actually Jinmyo kanji, obscure kanji mostly relegated to use in names.
You can actually see the more common versions of both of these used in the promotional art at the end of the first 8 Exo-Force instruction books. Clearly this was changed late in development.
This isn't the only inconsistency in this instruction booklet. The cover art and the final step of the instructions both place the dragon wing sticker upside down. I suspect that this mistake is so prevalent because all of these images come from the same 3D model. The kanji is depicted the right way up on official LEGO set photography and just about everywhere else.
This mistake of sticker orientation exemplifies one of the problems with stickers in general. No matter how good at sticker application you are, sooner or later you'll make a mistake. I know I have. Most of them are fixable if you do it right away, but for older sets it gets trickier.
This design choice does have ramifications for the aspiring Exo-Force collector. Sticker condition is one of the major factors in buying older sets secondhand.
Just about every set I bought was secondhand. Most of the stickers in the sets were good enough that I didn't need to fix them, but there were always a couple. It's very important to check that you're actually getting all of the stickered elements from a set as well.
You can find unused sticker sheets available online, but they are expensive. Whoa! It's also possible to find individual stickered elements for sale, but these are by definition set exclusive and can end up being poorly applied.
Fortunately, the stickers themselves are in fairly good condition. While LEGO stickers from only a few years earlier tend to disintegrate over time, Exo-Force stickers are made of plastic that holds up much better. These stickers are already almost 20 years old and they still look great.
Eagle-eyed readers like myself will easily remember the first line of page 52, Book 1, Escape from Sentai Mountain. Now for the real trick, Hikaru said. He made the stealth hunter's mechanical hand...
His what?
Yeah, here too. It also says, Hikaru reached in with his free hand and
found...
But
the model doesn't have hands.
What are you talking about? It says right here. Of course it has hands.
Right, well, I guess it's possible that Greg Farshtey was given access to these pre-production images when writing this book. We wouldn't get hands like these on the larger battle machines until the second half of the wave.
We have access to these sketches from an article published in the March 2017 issue of Blocks magazine, also featuring other details of Exo-Force development. Outside of the Blocks article, we can find more hints towards production decisions by looking at the box and instructions.
We already mentioned the kanji changes, and there's a few more minor differences between the art and the set itself. The control stick on the box art is white instead of black.
And the sword uses an impossible connection. The wings are set one stud lower.
I do like this wing placement, as it makes the set more compact.
Just as the 2 centuries of peace under the Tokugawa shogunate rendered the very reason for existence of the samurai warrior class null and void. LEGO has abandoned something that was once the core of their identity. Like Saigo Takamori at the Battle of Shiroyama, Exo-Force stands as a bastion of the ancient ways. It has alt builds!
By 2006, LEGO had largely stopped making as many alt builds, citing customer frustration. But the Exo-Force theme has at least one for each set.
Near the end, LEGO provided something in the way of instructions, a series of pictures available online from which you can barely piece together the way that they have built these models. For this model, the Stealth Wasp, I was able to do it without any major issues. This does not hold true for the larger sets.
This is one of the best designed alt builds from the series. It's a great fighter jet, unique and distinct from the primary build. This particular one is so good that it might be worth getting a second copy.
This is such a joy to have around, and it's super swooshable. It's an amazing display piece, especially on a flying stand. Thanks for joining us today as we dove into the Stealth Hunter, a solid first entry into the Exo-Force line. We'll be making videos on the whole first wave to start.
So pick up your sets now before the secondary market explodes. But really, I do genuinely recommend this set. For me, it comes in just behind the Grand Titan.
It's good, the alt build is incredible, and it's one of the easiest ways to get into Exo-Force. An easy 3 slugs.
Guys, my lawyers would like a word with you.
Did we say slugs? We meant light bricks. 5 light bricks.
Yo!